Hey guys, what is up? Jenny here, and we are going to be talking all about the documentary Toxic Beauty. Have you seen it? I watched it last night and my mind was freaking blown. I mean, a lot of the stuff I already knew about, but just sitting there watching it all spelled out for you and seeing people firsthand that have been affected by this stuff is absolutely infuriating. Is all I can say. Like, I watched it and I was like, jaw drop, right? So if you have not watched it, highly suggest. It's on Amazon Prime. It's like $4 to rent. But the majority of it that it covered was the lawsuits against Johnson & Johnson for their baby powder. So I don't know about you if you've ever used baby powder or not, but I have. I remember, I'm sure as a baby, my parents used it on me. And I remember as like a greasy preteen or teenager and my bangs being greasy, my mom saying, just put some baby powder on it. That was before like the dry shampoo phase. So just put some baby powder on it. And then I felt like walked around smelling like a baby's butt on my forehead, but whatever. So I'm sure we've all had our circumstances where we have used it. And I know having children that I was given little baby gift packs that had like the little trial size ones that you could try of it. And it is awful. It is awful. That's all I can say about it is it's awful. It has talc in it, T-A-L-C. And you will learn from watching this or even just reading up. If you Google Johnson & Johnson lawsuits, you can see all about this where they talk about the link between ovarian cancer and baby powder. Now, this is for women that put it in the genital area. You know, it was taught back in the day that to be fresh, you sprinkle it. But what they had noticed is when they had removed the ovarian tumors, there was talc in them. So Johnson & Johnson was trying to state that they were not the cause. Talc does not cause ovarian cancer, yet the evidence was all right there in front of you. And you could watch different government officials trying to pass different things because our regulations, if you've been following me for a while and you've heard me preach that the regulations have not been updated since 1938, which means they're not changing laws about what you can and cannot put in our products. So I've seen it in this documentary showing where different representatives were trying to pass laws to try to change things to make sure that they were better for our health, and they always got turned down. The big companies with money always won out. And it was really, truly sad watching this and watching thousands of women that had developed ovarian cancer that they never got their day in court. Many of them died before they even made it into court because it just got dragged out. And it's crazy that even now the CEO of Johnson & Johnson is still claiming that talc is safe and they are a safe company and there's no tie between them. That's not the case. You can find talc in even more than just your baby powder. Any kind of cosmetic that has like a loose powder, like a setting powder, I would be wary of eyeshadows if they have it. It's in a lot of things because it gives like a smoother texture. But if it is in a loose powder, it can actually cause respiratory problems. It's been linked with, sometimes I think it's through the processing of it, it can be contaminated with asbestos. So you can find asbestos-free talc, which would be safe then, but not still in the loose form. So be wary of that. If you are looking for something that would be an alternative for, I don't know what you want to use baby powder for, but whatever. This is a brand, ooh, my light is making this so you can't read it, but it's just a medicated body powder, talc-free. It's the Target brand. It was a very eye-opening documentary too, because it also was talking about different things that I have said before to avoid, which are phthalates and parabens, both of them being endocrine disruptors. So a phthalate you can find, I'm just looking at my notes here, fragrance, lotion, body wash, hair products, skin products, baby products, nail polish, perfume, colored cosmetics. Parabens are found in deodorant, antiperspirant, soap, hair products, shaving products, and fragrances. I mean, it's crazy when we think about what we want to avoid because we want to be healthier. How many people back in the day used to smoke and you quit smoking? Why? Because you don't want to get cancer. we are still using some of these same products that cause cancer. You know, you can have the different deodorants and the parabens in them and the aluminum in them can cause breast cancer. It has been found through the research where they remove the tumors, they can see the parabens in the tumor. Other things you want to avoid, coal tar. That's an ingredient that can be found in some hair colors or mascara. Another thing I learned, PPD, which I knew was bad, but it is one of the top allergens. It even showed this man in the documentary that was using the product called Just for Men, and he must have used, I believe it's hair color, and he must have used it like around on his beard, and his lips were so swollen he had to go to the doctor or the hospital. I don't know about you guys, but formaldehyde, whew, stay away from it. When I think of formaldehyde, that's what you use in a mortuary. Yes, I believe we said that right. You know, that's what we use at the end of life. Do you really want that in your cosmetics or any of the products you're putting on your body? They are now getting so smart that it is formaldehyde free because the name is different. You can find formaldehyde listed as DMDM hydantoin, or this is a different one for me, diazolinolurea. They can be found in baby shampoo, nail products, nail glue, eyelash glue, hair gel, hair smoothers. I mean, you guys, we have to be the person that stands up for this stuff because there are too many companies that have too much money that they sway the opinions. The FDA, the CIR, which is the Cosmetic Ingredient Review Board. There are so many companies out there that should be having our back, but they're funded by these small corporations or by larger corporations that they can get away with what they want because the big dollar really can change a lot, right? So it's up to us to change these things. I'll finish with this. They did show in the documentary, which was very interesting, this girl that was going to medical school wanted to conduct an experiment because when she was in her early 20s, she had a benign tumor in her breast. So she had that removed, and she was thinking about how so many of the chemicals in our products can be endocrine disruptors, hormone imbalance. I mean, how many people have problems getting pregnant, fertility problems, or issues with menopause and their periods, and during those times, and we're putting things on our body that we're not even aware what it's doing inside of our body. So she did an experiment where she went to this lab. She took a urine sample on day 1 where she put nothing in her body. She took shower with water, so no shampoo, no body wash, no soap, no deodorant, no makeup, no body lotion. Nothing of the sort was used all day long. She was tested day 1 in the morning, day 1 in the evening, day 2 in the morning, day 2 in the evening, where then she used her regular products. Day 1, she used nothing. Day 2, she used her regular products. And day 3, she used just clean products, morning and evening urine. And the results were jaw-dropping. She was like 95% above, I believe for like parabens and different endocrine disruptors, above what now like the average American has in their body. And then by day 2, it went down a little bit, but you could see where it was starting to spike back up in the evening where she would usually put her makeup and stuff on to get ready to go out. And then day 3 was her clean beauty products, and her levels all stayed below the average. So it's just amazing to see what we put on our body, what we bring into our homes, and what we allow to go on even our children. That's the biggest part too, is if we can change this stuff so that way our children aren't already exposed to it at such a young age, because we know too that a lot of stuff can be caused from our childhood. So it was a truly eye-opening, it put like a fire under my butt that I just had to get going at this. It's such a strong passion of mine to teach everyone, not even just women, but men, this affects you too. It's your body wash, it's your lotion, it's your shaving cream, it's your hair gel, it's your shampoo, it's our hand soap. I mean, all of this stuff, we really need to be conscious of what we're putting on our body and what we're allowing to be put in there. So it's up to us to make a difference. So I highly recommend that you watch this documentary, Toxic Beauty. If you have seen it, let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, you have a beautiful day, and I will see you later.